I'm going to learn how to do pull-ups, and I'm going to use this book to help me. You're watching 50 Ways to Be Active, episode 15, Pull-ups. Pull-ups. They require a lot of upper body strength, and upper body strength is something I wouldn't mind having a little bit more of. So I want to learn how to do pull-ups. I want to be able to do, 10, 15, 20 in a row. To me, it seems like a great way to build upper body strength, and it also seems like a useful skill to have. In case I ever find myself hanging off a ledge, I feel like I need to know that I could pull myself back up to safety.
Fly, you fools!
Here's where this book comes in. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Tiny changes, remarkable results. Over 4 million copies sold. At one point in this book, he talks about what he calls the 2-minute rule, which is useful when starting a new habit. Allow me to read you a brief excerpt. When you dream big about making a change, excitement inevitably takes over, and you end up trying to do too much too soon. The most effective way I know to counteract this tendency is to use the 2-minute rule, which states, when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. You'll find that nearly any habit can be scaled down into a 2-minute version. Read before bed each night becomes read 1 page. Do 30 minutes of yoga becomes take out my yoga mat, and so on. Here's how I'm going to use this 2-minute rule strategy to build a habit of doing pull-ups. For the next 30 days, I'm going to do 1 pull-up each day. I'm at the point where actually doing 1 pull-up is pretty hard, like I can barely do 1, but still it seems quick and relatively easy enough to fall under this 2-minute rule, and I think I should be able to manage doing 1 pull-up a day. I will let you know after the 30 days how it went. Let's get started. This is day 1. I don't actually know if I can even do 1. Since I didn't have a place to do pull-ups inside, I ended up using a tree branch outside for most days. And already on day 2, I realized that this wasn't the greatest idea. It's not the greatest weather today, but we'll see how it goes. It probably would have been better to set up a place to do pull-ups inside and remove the barrier of having to go outside, but I really didn't want to end up in some fail compilation, so I just kept at it with the tree branch. At one point in the 30 days, I was on a road trip, so I had to get a little creative for days 7 and 8.
We've got a good rep, folks.
As the days went by, I got into a bit of a rhythm. It was still physically hard to do the daily pull-up, but I noticed that there was this mental barrier that seemed to go away as it became more of a habit. I even started looking forward to my daily pull-up. This is it. Day 30 of doing 1 pull-up a day for 30 days. So I'm gonna do my final pull-up and then I'm gonna rest for a couple days and see how many I can do in a row to see how far I progressed. So the final pull-up. Done. That's 30 pull-ups in 30 days. Let's go. Now, the after test. Can I do more than 4 pull-ups after 30 days of 1 pull-up a day? So, let's find out.
You got this! You got it!
I've gotten worse. Cut.
How can you explain this to your viewers?
I refused to believe that I had actually gotten worse at doing pull-ups. So a couple of days later, I tried again, only to discover that I could just about do 4 pull-ups in one time, which is pretty much exactly what I could do when I started. Not sure how to feel about that. And I have to admit, I was a little disappointed with these results. Like, I wasn't expecting to make huge gains from this. but I was hoping for, a little bit of tangible improvement, an extra pull-up or two. But I think that's kind of the point of this 2-minute rule and building habits. You have to start really small, and you aren't necessarily going to see huge progress in the beginning. I do know that I gained a familiarity with doing pull-up. They just seem a lot more accessible and easy to do. So I feel like that will help me continue from here, because I don't plan on stopping. I still plan on getting better. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 10 pull-ups each week for a few weeks and just see if I can keep building on this habit and slowly build up from here. So this was my experience so far with the 2-minute rule and building a habit of doing pull-ups. Now it's your turn. Use the 2-minute rule strategy to build a new active habit. You won't regret it, I don't think. Let me know down in those comments below what habits you've built in the past, or maybe what habits you plan on building in the future. I'd love to hear about them. And that's it for this one. Stay active out there, and I'll see you in the next one.